My greatest Olympic prize is based on a real life experience of James Cleveland, who is also known as Jesse Owens. He was an American athlete who won 4 gold medals in the 1936 Olympic Games that were held in Berlin, Germany. Owens did not come from a financially strong background, but he happened to achieve what no other athlete had achieved before. His achievement has made him the best remembered athlete in Olympic history. He specialized in the sprints and in the broad jump. He managed to crush Hitler's myth of Aryan supremacy. During a time of deep-rooted individual segregation, he not only discredited Hitler's master race theory, but also affirmed that individual excellence rather than race or national origin distinguishes one man from another. Hitler had tried to make even the youth of the country believe that they are the superior-most race. This story is an illustration of true sportsman spirit and friendship. It proves that competitions are not just about winning, but about participating with a positive spirit. Our journey of an athlete starts way before the competition, and it was the same for Jesse Owens too. He had begun his training for these games 6 years before they took place. In the summer of 1936, the Olympic Games were held in Berlin, Germany. Adolf Hitler thought this to be an opportunity for him to show that his country is better than any other. He wanted to prove that his Aryan race was the most superior. He, thus, had insisted that since his athletes were members of a master race, the games must be held in Berlin. This had spread a nationalistic feeling among all the participants. The games symbolize that athletes all over the world come together and participate. Therefore, inculcating such thoughts about one's race being above others was not appropriate. Owens did not care much about Hitler's theory. A year before, in 1935, he broke 3 world records at Ohio State University. Thus, he was well prepared for this competition. Owens was confidently prepared for the competition. He was certain that he would win. He was thinking about carrying home a few gold medals. He believed in himself and his struggle in the past years to prepare himself. As Jesse went on to the field, he saw a tall German practicing for the same 26 feet range long jump category. He was surprised to see this athlete as he was not expecting any competition in this category of broad jump. Hitler had statistically kept this German player hidden till the day of the trials so that the other athletes are uninformed and thus unprepared to face this excellent German athlete. On seeing this German athlete, Jesse Owens got angry and nervous. He knew that it was Hitler's tactic to undermine other players, but this had put a lot of pressure on Owens. He was tall, blue-eyed, and an inch taller than Jesse Owens. He had a lean, muscular body. He easily qualified for the finals right in his first attempt. This German athlete was Luz Long. Owens's mind was preoccupied with all sorts of thoughts about this German athlete. Thinking of all this, when Jesse entered the field, his focus had changed. His focus was more on defeating the German athlete, going against Hitler's racial superiority, and bringing down the nationalistic feelings. He was angry and did not have his complete concentration on his game. This anger became a big mistake because he fouled on his first jump in the trials. He had lost one of the three chances as he jumped ahead from the take-off point. It was further disappointing because Jesse fouled in his second attempt too. He was frustrated and angry because he did not come so far to not even be able to participate. He could have lost the entire series for not having qualified in the trials. He would not have been able to even qualify for the main games. Jesse was completely disappointed with himself and he kicked the dirt a few yards away from the pit. Luz Long sensed that Jesse was making a mistake. He walked up to Jesse and shook his hand. Owens knew that Long had qualified for the trials. He was trying to hide his nervousness while Long was talking to him. Initially, Long tried to talk casually to Owens and relaxed him. However, Long made a strange remark as he told Jesse that something must be eating him as he would have qualified very easily. Luz understood what was troubling Jesse and tried to calm him down and help him as well. Jesse was now relaxed. Long suggested that he could make a start-off line a little before the take-off point. This advice made a lot of sense and helped Jesse in his game. In the third attempt, after following Luz's advice, Jesse qualified for the finals. He walked down to Luz's room to thank him as it was because of the advice of Luz Long he could participate in the finals. Both of them spent time laughing and talking to each other. A beautiful bond had been formed between the two. They were competitors the next day. Both would play the game and try to win, but none wanted the other to lose. They did not want to pull each other down but wanted to give their best performance. They valued the importance and the spirit of the sport. They shared the true spirit of sportsmanship with each other. Luz Long broke his past record the next day. He compelled Jesse to give his best and he won. He set the Olympic record of 26 feet 5/16 inches. Immediately, he saw Long by his side to congratulate him. Both shook hands and Jesse knew that it was not a fake smile that Luz passed at him. Long was genuinely happy for him, even though Hitler looked at the two of them angrily. Jesse says that he did not just win the game, but he also earned a friend for life. This friendship was more valuable to him than the Olympic record he had created that day. Jesse learned a crucial lesson, what the founder of the Olympic Games must have had in mind. Participation is more important than winning. Jesse terms his friendship with Luz Long to be as pure as 24-karat gold. This story teaches us that it is important to play fair and respect the true spirit and essence of the sport. Jesse Owens and Luz Long belong